Hey, good afternoon. It is Sunday, May 28th. Happy Memorial Day. It's 2 p.m. and it's time for your program in mind. Kicking it with Brother Ed. This is Ed Steed that you're listening to. I can't say I'm the host because I'm not hosting today's program, but I am the founder of this program, KWBE, Kicking It with Brother Ed. We're going to be kicking it with Diana Fischetti today. Man, I can't wait till you meet this young lady. She is awesome. We're going to have a good time today. This is being hosted by Nai Chai, also known as Nai Latte, also known as Nyla B. Steed, because she's my daughter, my very own, whom I'm very proud of. So we're going to have a good time today. Man, let's just get it started, all right? First of all, you know, Kicking It with Brother Ed is based on some truth, man. We try to share some truth with you that you're not getting anywhere else. You know, truth is like the fact that people are living next door to you, right in your neighborhood, present to you a treasure trove of resources. There's so many people that live right around you that have done things you have no idea what they've done, what they've accomplished. You should get to know those people, and that's what we're about. We're going to present some of them to you today, and today, of course, is no exception, because in Diana Fischetti, we have a young lady who's made it in the fitness world, you know, locally. She's not doing it for form or fashion. She's not trying to make $1 million or no bucks at all. She's just taking care of herself. And she's going to share some things with you today. And if you're like us and you're in New Jersey, the Jersey Shore opens up officially within the next day or so. All right. For the summer season. That means all of these nice clothes that we've been hiding under have to come off now. Well, some of them do, not all of them. All right. So we want you to be prepared. So she's going to share some tips with you about what you can do to prepare yourself. But she's also going to share some information about herself, which would be very interesting. But Nai Latte is hosting this program. So I want to bring her up. Nai Latte, you've seen her before. She's a minister. She speaks very well. She's talked to you recently about relationships and a number of other things. So family, let's bring it up. Let's hear it rather for Nai Latte. Oh, that's some scant applause there, but I guess some applause is better than none. But you take it away. You do your thing, and I'll be back. All right?
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, go with it.
All right. I am super excited today because I have the pleasure again of introducing someone that is very interesting and that is going to tell us all about herself, as well as give us some tips and tricks, I hope, about everything she does for the sake of her health. I think health is such a huge topic now, but I don't think a lot of people are taking the steps to really get where they need to be to avoid illnesses, terminally, or even illnesses like the one we hear a lot about, diabetes. So I'm just really, really excited because you guys are not the only people that probably need the help. I do too. So we're going to have Miss Diana Fischetti, join us today. And by the way, help me by saying happy birthday to her, because her birthday is June the 8th. So happy birthday, Diana. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Nay.
I'm very excited to have you here, and I want the audience to know right away exactly who you are. Okay. So please, without further ado, we're going to jump right in. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your upbringing, your family, your children, any important facts you think we should know about Diana and who she is.
Well, I am a mother of 4. I was single mother of 4 for years. Now I have a wonderful fiance who is, thank God, he's behind me on everything. I have 2 wonderful parents, and my mother at 12, when I was 12, got sick. So I had to take care of her for years. So I was always like a maternal kind of person, you know, taking care. She was paralyzed, and just the list goes on and on. And then by the time she was 59, she wound up with dementia. So I had to take care of her. Yeah. On top of my children and, you know, everything else. And then by the time she was around like 70-ish, my dad wound up with a hemorrhagic stroke and he wound up dying. So now we had to take care of her
Oh my
like
gosh.
fully, you know.
Wow.
So and then she wound up passing away. So it's just like my story goes on and on and on.
Wow.
It's tough, but my fitness, that's where it comes into play, because without it, it's like my, I can't even explain it. It's like a home for me. It's somewhere I go, like a church, like, you know, you guys go to church. That's like a church for me. That's somewhere I go. I've made extremely wonderful friends and met wonderful people like your dad. And it just is something that it's just part of my life. It's like someone drinking water. It's part of, it's just part of my life. That's it, you know, and it just makes me feel good. That's it. You know, it really does. It's something,
I love that.
yeah, it's something for me. You know, I'm doing it for
Absolutely.
me. And a lot of people say you should do shows, you should, you know, show how hard you work. And I go, I don't need to do that because I do it for me, you know, and it's something mentally that it's just part of my life and has to be done every day.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. I think if more people took it from that perspective, we'd have a lot more of a healthy population of people. And it sounds like what you're saying is it's therapeutic, and it comes from such a deep rooted place. And I appreciate you sharing that part of your story, because obviously it wasn't just a part of your story, it was a traumatic part of your life.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that's like, but I do appreciate you sharing that. And it's unfortunate that sometimes it takes that to catapult us into, and it might even be our own physical issues or what have you, that catapult us into physical health and wealth. And
Right.
so for you, what happens when you get into the gym? Like, what is it that, you know, like for me, like you said, I'm a church going woman. So I'll get in church, and once I hear that song and that praise and worship song, I'm up and I'm ready. But it sounds like your version of that is in the gym. So tell
Absolutely.
me what that looks like for Diana.
It honestly, I don't know. I can't, it's really, really hard to explain. It's, like you said, it's just therapeutic. I put my earphones on. I know at the end what the results are for me, you know, like, and the one thing that always sticks into my head always is that I've watched my mom over the years, just watched her fight, and she did it for like us. I watched her try to walk again. I've watched her even up till she passed away. It was like 13 days of just fighting. And I'm like, if my mom can do what she did, I can get up and go exercise for my health. Like, and for my children to hopefully stay around and be healthy for them. And you know what? All my children are workout fanatics, just like me. They're all into it. And even the eating aspect, they're not as crazy as I am, because I am a little overboard, but I love it and it makes me feel great. And my children have followed into like my footsteps kind of. And I think it's wonderful. I think it's a wonderful thing. And it's just something that it's therapy. That's really what it is, Nay. It's just complete therapy for me. You know, I've been through a lot of stuff. I've lost a lot of close people. And it brings me to another place in my life when I get there. You know, my thoughts, I can think to myself, I put my music on, and it's just something for me, you know. That's how I see it. It's like my therapy kind of.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. I will be honest, I wish it was therapy for me. I want it to be.
You
I
can.
think
It's
that's the
Nate.
most.
It's mental. Like you have to.
Yes.
You know that. Like you have to put your mind wherever you want it to be. You control your own mind, right?
That is so true. And I say that so much. Like for me, so we talk about, or, in the world, we talk about how it's an 80-20 rule. So 80% of what you eat, 20% of exercise. Do you agree with that? Is that right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Your
Okay.
eating is, and I have an actually right now I have a wonderful coach, Vinny, and he works with Dr. Erin, who they work together, and he has just opened my eyes to the eating aspect of it. Like it's amazing. It's a science. It's really a science, and the eating is definitely up there above the working out part. But you still have to put the two together. But they always say like your abs come from the kitchen, because they do. Because if you don't eat properly, you're not gonna, just all around, just feeling better. Just your diet is really a lot of most of it, honestly.
Can I chime in?
Sure.
I mean, I know you guys can't see me, but I'm sitting here and I'm just nodding like crazy, man. There's so many things I can relate to. And I want to chime in real quick. This is your show, but I got to say this. First of all, I know about the eating part because I worked out for a long time and I was pretty big. And I remember a very close relative of mine saying, I don't know why you're doing all this workout. You're not losing any weight, because my diet was awful.
Yeah. 100%.
When I changed my diet, I lost the weight. And secondly, and then I'm going to shut up, but I was really nodding on this one. Working out is absolutely positively therapeutic. I go to church. I'm a minister, but the gym is like a church away from church. It's very therapeutic. I think everybody who's watching this show needs to try it. And because it's hard for me to explain also, Diana, but I think people who try it will get it.
Yeah.
They'll say, oh, I see what they mean now, but I can't explain it either, but I know what it means. It is therapeutic. You get rid of your problems and you're stepping away. I got my music on and everything, like you said, and it's a great thing. If I haven't been really working out, but for a number of years, like, I'm an old guy. I started working out in the second half of my life. I wish I had started earlier. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks for letting me chime in.
Chime in anytime, Ed.
Yes, indeed. I think it's so for me, I think it's interesting because I haven't mastered the 80, but I do much better with the 80 than I do the 20. But what I'm learning is you really do need both. Like in life, you can't just have 80, and you certainly can't just have 20. So you have to have 100%, and that's with everything. But I'm learning more now because I was just telling my dad recently, I said, I'm eating right. I don't understand why I'm not losing this weight. Like, I don't get it. Why is the weight trying to, like, it feels like it's just staying here and I want it to come down. And I used to be a softball player, and I can't fathom seeing myself gaining so much weight to the point where it's out of control.
Right.
So, I realized though, with conversations with him and this awesome interview with you, that they're equally as important. Even though it's an 80-20 rule, you really have to put your life in check when it comes to how you're eating, what you're putting in your mouth. And like you said, the abs start in the kitchen. And then, of course, you have to work that out. It's like, while it starts in the kitchen, it probably ends in the gym.
100%. And I've been, over the years, I've tried different things. I've tried intermittent fasting. I've tried, tried numerous things. But I'm going to tell you, everybody's body is different. Like, what works for me, because I'll be 56, will not work.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
By the way.
Thank you. Will not work for you, Nay. My body is different. I'm menopause. I'm just a different body type. My coach, they go by my blood work. So whatever shows up, like, they go by what I want, my goals. Your goals are different than mine. So I couldn't tell you listen, this is how you have to eat. Like I have people that come up to me in the gym. What can I do? What can I eat? How should I work out? I go, listen, I can't really, I could help you a little bit, but I can't tell you because my body is different than yours. So that's, so what you're doing, maybe it's not working for you because it's not right for you. You understand what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
The intermittent fasting might not be proper for you. Are you eating the proper foods together for your body?
Gotcha.
It's a whole science, and I've learned that over. I don't do it myself. Like I said, my coach does it for me, but I don't. It's just a whole science. You can't just do these things that you look up on the computer. They don't all work for everybody. So
That's
maybe
so true.
try something else. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I love being on a meal plan. I love doing the workout plan. I'm a little bit overboard sometimes. Even if I go out, I'll bring my food, and now I'm gonna stop doing that.
That's dedication. That's commitment, sacrifice for sure, because this world doesn't give us much in the way of healthy foods. Like you can get fast food on every corner of every city, suburb, wherever. But I used to say, I wish I had the energy and the drive to open up a healthy fast food store, but like a McDonald's, but
Yep.
I don't know, nigh healthy something or another. I don't know what it would be called, but I just wish someone would do that. And for anyone that's viewing that has an idea similar, go ahead and do it. It'll be famous. I promise you. You'll be famous. But I really do understand exactly what you mean, because when I would say at my healthiest since having children, my church wanted me to organize a health awareness type program, and I did. And so I went to the church, and I would have like exercise workshops or what have you. But I explained the same thing to them. What you said first was amazing, and it's your mentality. It starts there. Like biblically, when we go to the word, we say exactly what God said: as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think a certain way, you become that.
Absolutely.
And so what you're saying is exactly that. And in addition to that, everyone's regimen is different because everyone is different, and they have to ultimately work as such. So I'm going to say something contradictory to that, though. I am curious. What would you say are the kind of foods in general that might be good for someone who is looking to start? Like for me, for example, I could go into my kitchen now and I could probably get apples and peanut butter and boiled eggs, and that'll be a great breakfast for me. But for somebody that goes from eating hot dogs every day and burgers and anything, what would you say would be a nice start for them just to start?
Just to start. Okay. Always you should have, to me, in each meal is a carb, a fat, and a protein. Okay. Because they work together. But the thing is what it is how much you're putting together. That's the difference, like between different people. Like what I'm going to have for breakfast opposed to what you should have for breakfast. But like if you like, peanut butter is not a protein, it's a fat. It's a good fat. Almond butter, it's a good fat. So if you had like egg whites, you can have a piece of like Ezekiel bread and just put a little almond butter on it. I like almond butter better. And that's what you do, because there's your protein, your fat, and your carb.
I love that.
Yeah. Like start off with that. Like I said, to the extreme is me. I measure every little thing, but you can start off like that. And even like for lunch, you could have if you have like turkey chopped meat, make sure it's a better one than the lower, like if I eat beef, it's 96.4. It's not 80, 20 or whatever. So make sure it's like a better quality meat if you're going to have it. And then you can add in a little bit of coconut oil or some olive oil, vegetables. Just stay with that. Stick with like your carbs, stick with like sweet potatoes, jasmine rice, Ezekiel bread, stuff like that in that category. Just don't go with the white flours a lot, and you'll see like your body will definitely. Listen, the process takes time. Like it's even with me. Like I'm just now the last couple of weeks, and I'm doing this for 3 months. Or 2.5 months. The process, trust the process because it takes time. Everybody wants results overnight, and I've been doing this for years. And every time I do something new, it takes time. It's time. But my time is my lifetime. I don't do this just for 2 months. I kind of try to stay with it for the rest of my life, because I know how I feel. Even the compliments people give me, that makes me want to do it even more. You know what I mean? And the way, just the inside, I'm starting to feel better eating this way that I've been doing for the last couple of months. It's just, I have more energy. No dairy. I'm not having any dairy. Yeah. I cut out like even yogurt. Like I don't have any of that.
No, I love that.
But that's working. Like I said, Nate, that's working for me. A lot of people, just depends on, their lifestyle or, their life. But for me, this is working for me. I love it.
I got a question.
Yes.
So that's awesome. I'm really appreciative of the nuggets that you're sharing with us today. So I got, a comment and a question. First comment is, I know your whole family revolves around the fitness lifestyle, and it's amazing. Matter of fact, I want to show a picture of you with your fiance, Mike. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a lovely couple. In a short time, they've become two of my favorite people. I love these guys. Matter of fact, I was telling Nye yesterday that Mike is so even keeled. I said, if that brother ever got mad, I would leave.
And let me tell you something, Ed. He is my biggest supporter. He is.
I know.
Always. And no matter what I want to do for myself, he is my biggest supporter. He's right there. He's like, absolutely. I know it makes you feel better. Do it. He's just, without him, forget it.
Yeah. Mike's a good dude. I mean, you're his fiance, so he's of course treating you better than the rest of us. But it treats us pretty good. So, and he's a workout guy. And you look at these guys and you think, I'm not going to tell you how old they are, but they're much older than they look. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. But the second question for the audience, Diana, is you talked about time. Some people fear getting into this thing, including myself.
Yes.
I'm not like that now, but I was, because of the time involved in things like you mentioned, like thinking about what you're eating and meal prep and all of that. Can you discuss that for a moment, please?
Time, it does take a lot of time. I'm going to be honest with you. Meal prep takes time. You have to, there's 24 hours in a day. Okay. Even the gym, and people say, I can't do it, I have no time. There's 24-hour gyms, Ed, like, we go to it. We go to Crunch. You're there before me sometimes, and I get there at 4 and you're already there. But you have to make the time. You have to make the time. You've picked 2 days out of the week, and you just get your food done. And this way you're prepared at least for like 2-3 days. And then the next, after 3 days, prepare for another 3-4 days. But even getting to the gym, there has been times where I had to take Mike's daughter to school, and she lives in Manalapan, which is 45 minutes away. I was in the gym by 2:30 in the morning, got my workout in, got home by 5:15, got her ready, took her to school. There's always time. You always make time. Yeah. Am I tired? Of course. But if you want to do something, you can do it. It's in here. It's in your mind, right? And you know that because you've seen me there early.
Yeah, I'm there early every day. I love it. And I want to say something about you on that note. When we were preparing for the interview, I always hook up with the people to do a link test like several days prior. And when we were doing that, I don't know if I told you this, Nyla, she was doing meal prep the whole time. She's practicing what she preaches for sure.
I love that.
Yeah, it's just all, if it's like like this, the thing is, when you want to do something, you do it. I talked myself through so many things this week. I took on a lot more than I could handle, actually, and I did it all. And it's just preparing. You just have to mentally prepare yourself for every little thing that you do. And if you want to do it, you get it done, and that's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. I have so much to ask you. Oh my gosh. I'm like,
You
I
ask
need to
away.
meet with her after this. Even
You can
beyond
call
the
me.
interview, I'm like,
That's
okay.
fine.
Because you actually taught me a lot just in what you said about getting your meals prepared when I gave you the example for me. So I completely, no, let me not say that because that would be too far fetched. I have gone from always eating bread to almost never eating bread. That was one of the things that I had to take out specifically because I don't like to bloat and I don't like my love handles. And it
Exactly.
seemed like bread was a contributing factor towards
Yes,
that.
definitely.
But when you mentioned Ezekiel bread, my dad has said that before. And the way you kind of set up breakfast for me. So when you said the boiled eggs, the egg whites, with the Ezekiel bread, a slice, I would imagine, and then the almond butter. That sounds awesome to me, but I never put that together. I have had Ezekiel bread, but then I always associate it still with bread. So it's like, even with that, I have to change my mind because you just taught me something that I didn't know was a food that I could eat without feeling bad about it.
You won't
So
listen, Nay. You are not going. It's flourless, and so is jasmine rice, so is sweet potato,
that
and
was
they're
the other thing.
satisfying on top of it, which is
Awesome.
which is good. And what I do on, I'm real quick. I didn't mean to cut you
Sure,
off,
sure. No, you're
but
fine.
another quick tip is on my Ezekiel bread. I put on some sugar-free syrup and some cinnamon, so it tastes like a French toast kind of.
Yes.
I even put it on
See?
my eggs. Believe it or not, I put the syrup and the cinnamon on my eggs.
I
It
love
just,
that.
yeah, flavor, just flavor.
I
Yeah.
love Diana, you are blowing my mind because these are things where I'm like, okay, I don't mind eating healthy. It's just I don't have enough to work with.
Yeah.
So like for me, for dinner, for example, oh my gosh, I'm absolutely in love with salmon. And I put lemon pepper on it and then a little bit of salt just to give it, that extra added
You need
flavor.
salt. Yeah, yeah.
And I'll eat that, but I've had it with white rice because I'm not a fan of brown rice. But when you said jasmine rice, I'm like, bazinga! That's it.
Absolutely. Listen, when we're done with this, you can call me, get my number from your file, and I'll talk to you for hours about it.
Yes, because I need these kinds of tips. So, with that said, because I'm kind of stuck in my salmon world, what other foods would you recommend for dinner that you think I might or someone might be interested in that still has flavor, just kind of like what you did with breakfast?
Right. You can do chicken and you can do shrimp and you can do the beef, the 96.4 beef. That's what,
Okay,
that's,
94.
yeah, 96.4. But like I said, you can, it's portion control too. It's not just where you're going to have,
Right.
let's say measure out 4 ounces of chicken, and then maybe like a half a cup of rice or a third cup of rice or something like that.
Sure.
Just portion control, always use sodium. That's what I just been taught from my coach. Always
Really?
use
Nice.
with iodine in it, just like a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very important. And it's, yeah, just have to eat the good foods, even though you want the bad. You gotta eat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But like I said, when we're done, you can absolutely call me. I will give
Perfect.
you a list of stuff that's good for you and that will help you through.
Thank you so much. Like, you don't understand. That's a blessing for me. And I know we're getting ready to stop. I have to ask one more question. So
Sure.
a lot of women, and I can say this for men too, but probably not in this way. A lot of women want a hot girl summer. I want a holy girl summer. So I want the body without, showing all the stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what advice would you give for women like me that want to have a holy girl or hot girl summer? How would you encourage us to get in the gym or just to do something different than what we're already doing?
All right. what you have to do is just realize mentally what it's going to do for you. Get out there, walk, get to the gym, start doing some weight training. Nothing, you don't have to go crazy. Get some cardio in, get your meals in your meals have to be like, really good. Just get out there, mentally put it in your mind that this is going to help me. This is going to make me look better. This is going to make me feel better. That's really the main thing, is feeling better. But trust the process, because it takes time. Nay, it's nothing comes overnight. Trust me.
Worry about that.
Yeah. And just make the time. Like I said, I had 4 children. I had sick parents. I was there. I had 3 jobs. I had 3 houses at once. And I did it. I was there. My mom passed away at 12:30 at night, 5 a.m. I was at the gym. I didn't sleep. It just,
Oh my God.
you got to get there. It's
Wow.
it's in the kitchen. Make sure you get into that kitchen. Make sure you call me. I'll tell you what foods to get.
Yes.
And just, if you want to do something, just do it. You just do it. When the people tell me I have no time, it drives me crazy. That's something. Don't ever, ever, ever tell me you don't have time, because I always made time.
You're living proof of that.
Yeah,
You do.
absolutely.
Wow. You're amazing. It was
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Diana. Man, that's awesome. We definitely want to get you back here again. There's so much more, right, Nye?
Yeah, I want to come back. I want to come back after Nay does her stuff for a couple months.
I was just gonna say, I want to be the living proof with you that what you said works, and I know it's gonna happen. So I'm looking forward to this second interview when I can get on camera with my new holy girl body.
That's right, and you'll do it. You'll do it. You want to do it, you do
Excellent.
it. Yes.
Well, Diana, let me say on behalf of everyone watching this program that we love you. We appreciate you. And we definitely want to come back and do this in a few months, because I know there's so much more that you have to offer, so many more questions. And this is a pre-recorded show. We want to go live so you guys can ask your questions. And if you have any questions for Diana, feel free to put them in the box and we'll get them to her. And give us a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, because we have so many more programs about people right in your neighborhood.
Yep.
So we're going to sign off. Diana, thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless you. Keep up the good work, the great work. Even in spite of those challenges, you keep pushing on. We encourage you.
Yes.
Keep pushing on some more. Nye, thank you for being the hostess.
You're welcome. Thank you. This was awesome.
Was
I had
great.
so much fun. I can't wait to show y'all my new holy girl summer body.
Don't forget to call me, Nay.
I won't. I promise you. Trust me. You're probably gonna get sick of me. Just saying.
That's okay. That's okay.
Now, we went over a little bit, but we had to, considering the subject matter and the guests that we had. But we love you guys. Thanks for joining us. Again, as always, on the first Sunday, I'm going to be at Grace Baptist Church bringing a special word, preparing for your inheritance. That's next Sunday, June 4th at 11 a.m., 811 King George's Road in Fords, New Jersey. Doesn't cost you anything. Take the ride, come out. You will not regret it. And that's it for me. This is Brother Ed. We're kicking it, Brother Ed, with Nye Harris, Nye Steed, Nye Latte, and our homegirl, Diana Fischetti. God bless you.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to see you again next time. Be blessed, all of you. Peace.